Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kittens and Queens. I'm Derek Shaw, and today we're going to talk about the kitten side. And we're going to talk about the first time maybe you've adopted a cat. I know when I first got my cat, I was totally scared. Like, I remember I had like buyer's remorse or something. Like, as soon as I signed the adoption papers and I was like carrying the cat in like its cardboard, box, I was like, okay, I have a cat now. Like, can I do it? And I remember I started freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, like, do I have enough time? Like, is this cat gonna hate me? Like, what if me and the cat don't get along, really? My roommate basically almost had to slap me across the face and tell me, she's like, Derek, it's a cat. You clean its litter box, you give it food, you play with it, and you give it love. She's like, that's all you need to do. She's like, you do not need to treat this like it's like a child. And in my mind, I kind of was like, no, this is like a child. I just adopted. You adopt children, so I'm adopting a pet. That's like adopting a child. And I just remember when I first brought the cat home, I was so terrified to touch him. This is for Wally, like the cat I talked about earlier. And I remember I was so scared to touch him. Like I thought like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to do. Like what if I like hurt him? I mean, I've had a cat when I grew up, but like we got the cat, I was like 2 years old. So like my parents dealt with all that. So when I had my own cat, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, what am I supposed to do to make this cat feel at home? And what should I do? And like, I don't want to hurt him, and I don't want to do anything because at the same time, like when you do get cats, especially from a shelter, and they're not neutered or spayed yet, usually they'll do it for you. And he wasn't neutered yet, and he had to get his little balls cut off. So I was terrified. Like I'm like, oh, you just went through like a major surgery. I can't touch you. I can't do anything. And like, so I wouldn't touch him. Like my roommate was the one who would like still pick him up and like do whatever. I was like, I can't touch him. I'm scared I'm gonna hurt him and I'm gonna like ruin something and he's gonna get sick and he's gonna die and I'm like, it's gonna be my fault. I don't know if it's just me and like how I am as a person and just how my mindset is because I'm kind of crazy. But I don't know if anyone else feels that way too. Like where you're just kind of like when you first get a pet, you're so scared about like just the way you handle them and like how you treat them. Like, like is this right? Like, am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to do that? Like, what's the best way? Like, I remember I was calling the vet like 3 days in a row. Like, oh, he's not eating this food right. Like, is that an issue? Should I get something else? Should I get different food? Should I get a different like dish? Oh wait, I don't think he likes the litter. What kind of litter do you recommend? What about this? What about that? I'm pretty sure that place probably like put me on the blocked list of don't answer to this person. He's probably crazy. They probably regret the fact that they even like let me have the cat and take him back home. But I think when you first get a pet, it's really scary because you want to make sure that they're comfortable and you want to make sure you're not hurting them, especially if they just went through a serious surgery. So like what I want to know from all of you is comment below and I want you to tell me what it was like when you first got your pet and how you dealt with it. Did you freak out? Were you just too excited that you didn't even think about it? What is it that makes us feel like we kind of, have to baby them in a way when we first get them? And then, like, later on, I feel like, you kind of just like, oh, okay, yeah, they're just doing whatever. So, comment below, and I want to respond to whatever you guys want to talk about. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.